from Westcoast Meeples, doing an unboxing here of Santa's Workshop by Keith Ferguson, the second edition printing. This is from Elf Creek Games, who recently had some problems. I was trying to find this game last year before Christmas. Thought it'd be a great game for Christmas time to play with friends, family, and everything else. They had some difficulties with their Kickstarter, etc., etc., and I believe Genesis Games has now come on board and helped them out, and restructuring the company, and that's why this one was available. I was able to find it and track it down. This one was originally released by Rio Grande Games, and then they've done a second printing now with Elf Creek Games as their title. It's a 2 to 5 player. Plays really well around 3 and 4, I've been told. 5th player, you start to run out of places to play on it. It's a 30+ minute game, depending on which version you're playing. There's an advanced version and a basic version. Let's get to it and let's get on unboxing it. So here we are, Santa's Workshop. Nice box. So we've got a raised print on it, a little foil to it, really nice back to it, lots of color. There we go. So right off the bat, we've got the coal. This game uses the coal to make things. So coal pieces, lots of them. Looks like a resin made of some sort. There's the coal, and we got Santa himself. There's a nice looking piece. And the Santa marker is for it's the round marker, moves along for the different rounds. And then we've got more markers here. These ones, we've got, this guy is called Zelf. And it's funny, he's a hardworking elf from the South Pole visiting. So yeah, so it's Zelf. And then this guy is Perry, the Jolly Snowman. And then we've got Sparkle is a fairy. And they all have different abilities and help out. Oh, then they've given them lots of bags. And then the other meeples or elfles or whatever you want to call them. Here. There's 3 of each color. And you got the blue, the silver, the gold, the green, and the red. And the neat thing about it is, as you can see, they're all different. So really neat looking, nice Christmas colors. Yeah. And then we get into some of the other pieces here. Where are they? Yeah, these are the fabric tokens here. So this purple one has like a rubberized feel to it. So I punch those all out, and then those ones are going to be nice because you're going to get the bags to put them in, just for storage. That'll be the fabric tokens, and here's the wood tokens. And these are nice. They've got a print on it and like a look to them, like a wood graining. So your wood tokens for when you're making things. You'll need wood, fabric, and coal. And these ones are your assembly tokens. And you can see they've got a little teddy bear on the one side and on the other side. So our friend the silicas. And then this one comes with a sleigh, so different parts to punch out. And then this gets made into your card tray. So now the only question I have on this one is once it's made, can you actually fit it in the back in the box, or do you have to take it apart every time? There you go, you got the sleigh. So pretty nice looking. Nice way to put your cards for sure. No, so that's the sleigh. Place it here. Grab the elfles or the meeples and throw them in here. The bag where I'm sure they're supposed to be. And then we'll do the same thing with the extra guys. Okay, so now what do we got? Well, I've already pulled them out. There's the instructions. So there's advanced rules and standard rules. Now the standard rules is a more basic game. That's the one they're saying will take the least amount of time. From what I've seen, etc. for this game, it's about 15 minutes per player. And for the advanced, and you'll probably get a 30-minute play out of the standard. This one I really kind of like too, because as being a Christmas themed game, you're gonna want to take it out at Christmas time when friends and family are around, and not necessarily all gamers. So you've got a standard rule, which is kind of basic for younger kids or non-gamers, and then you've got a more advanced game that you can play with your gaming friends and gaming community. So it's kind of nice that way that it has two versions in the same box. Makes for a different type of play and a different type of style altogether, and it's kind of nice that way. We'll jump to the board itself, and again, it's got both sides of the board, just like the advanced and the standard rules. And this is the advanced side. So Santa Claus would be going on there, and you'd get nine rounds of play. This is the letter post. This is for the reindeer. This is for decorating the Christmas tree. This is the mine, so you can get your coal. And this is your different assembly areas and everything else. And then you got your point tracker around the outside. It's nice and bright and colorful and looks very Christmassy to me. Then you've got the other side. And this is just the standard. As you can see, the Christmas tree's not as much. Points look the same around the outside, but you've only got 6 plays instead of 9 next rounds. And it's a little different on each of the construction of the toys and stuff. So nice board, nothing exceptional about it. Basic finish and everything like that. Greatly themed. Not a huge amount of sparkles on everything, which I'm happy about. Then we move off into the ornaments themselves. Now you can see these are shiny. Nice foil on those. And then you've also got the metal tokens, which are these guys here. And then you've got this one here, which is the Christmas tree, which is the first player marker. And it's a quick, easy one to make. But stands nicely there. As you can see, nice. It's got foil on it. Good looking tree. I mean, it's got a star on top of the tree, if you can see that. But yeah, that'll be nice. And then you can see they got some point markers on here as well, one for each color. So if you're over the outside track, you got some point markers there. So for each of the colors, and then you've got all the and the nice thing about the ornament tokens, different things on the back that you can achieve. So a letter, extra points, you'll get wood out of that one, you'll get fabric out of that one, and etc. So nice. And then you've got your metal. So they've done that up nice. And then this guy here is your different resources that you'll be using to make the presents, and these ones are upgrade tokens for on the board as you go. A lot of punching out on this one. If I thought I was going to play this one a lot more, like all year long, I'd probably do some upgrades to this one. I could tell you that right away in these guys here. Probably use my 3D printer and make up something for them. But you're going to be using this limited in my mind for the time of year it is and the theme it's got. Probably play it in December and a little bit into January if you have some family get-togethers, but sharp looking game for sure. All that stuff in a bag. Finish punching this one out and getting all this in the bag too. Really the coloring of this over Christmas Eve. Got a couple more components to look at here. We got the cards and the individual score sheets. So there's going to be one score sheet per person, of course. So there's the score sheets here. Kind of nice. The box has a little bit of color to well, not color to it, but black and white. But they put the stars in there. Kind of a nice evening star sky. And there's a black and white drawing of Santa's workshop there in the back, or Santa's North Pole from the outside. Kind of nice that way. So, and then you got the individual cards. And the neat thing about these ones is there's the blue one. You can see they're elves. I guess that would be the gold one. And then you can see they're elves. And the green are elves, and they're double-sided to play for the different. So you got your this would be your advanced side, and that would be your basic or standard rule side, and then the silver, and then what I thought was really neat, and the red, they put them as gnomes. So You can see they're a little bit different. Gnomes on both sides. And the funny thing is they've got everybody's names Glog, Nog, and Wasal. Wasi. So kind of giving them Christmas like rum ball and sugar plum and gumdrop, mistletoe, spruce and berry, figgy wig, Bernard helps get Santa Claus and the claws, Tinselton, and then we got Flurry, Bro, and Blinky. So names and things that all make sense for Christmas. And then the last thing we've got here is these are letters to Santa. So these are going to be the requests for the different types of toys that you have to make in Santa's workshop. So the back side is a good looking card. As you can see, it looks like a letter going to Santa. And on the front side, you have all the different gifts that he's looking to make. You know, you want a BB gun, or a bow and arrow, or a knight, microscope, slingshot, teddy bears, trucks, walking spring. So, nice set. The only thing I don't see in this set is a board game, which is kind of funny because it's got a deck of cards, but that's about the only game I see in here. But I do not see a board game, which is kind of funny because from a board game designer, you think they'd put a board game in the board game. And then these ones here are your reindeer cards. One negative, they don't have any pull tabs on these. I wish they did. It'd make it easier. The cards are of a thinner quality with a really high gloss on them, and they will, I can see over time they're going to mark up easy with fingernails and stuff like that. And with non-gamers playing it and stuff like that, I probably will and sleeve them, because I sleeve almost everything now, or started to sleeve everything now. I just think it looks nicer and holds my investment in the game up better. Oh my, this one's really tough to open. Oh yeah, there we go. That's why it doesn't take much, I don't think, and I don't know how much extra it costs them in production, but one of those little pull tabs really make a difference. So, this one here has Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen, and the strangest reindeer of them all is Velvet. So if you look at the top corners, they got different point values for different reindeer. The backs are all standard and just have the same reindeer on the back. And then there's different types of cards in here. Different ones. If you get Dasher here, you get 2 fabric, 3 of the stones. So there's 2 different sets of cards in here, and I bet you one set is for the standard, and the other set is going to be for the advanced, or you mix the 2 together in. So good looking graphics on them, good looking pictures, good looking graphics on the toys as well. Very, very bright, cheery game, which is really good for a Christmas game. Another negative I see about it is there is no place for everything, and I do like organizers, especially if you're putting the game on the side or whatever. This is going to be a mess in a box. So, getting it all back in here, and now I'm worried about, as you can see, it's not going to fit. You're going to have to either take it apart every time or leave it together. It's the same thing, you're going to have a chance to wreck your tree. cards. Been naughty, coals all over the table. Forgot to close the coal. And we have escapees. There's elves escaping. So it all goes back in the box. You can leave the tree assembled, I guess. I'm scared to get damaged. But if you're taking apart the sleigh every time, just to get the box closed, I think it's going to start to get damaged and worn pretty fast. Good looking part for the game for sure, but a design flaw that you have to take it apart every time. It's too bad they couldn't have figured out a way to find a spot to put it in there. And then yeah, you lid back on the box and it closes up. So yeah, that's Santa's Workshop from Elf Creek Games. It's the second edition of it. I'd say a couple of the negatives are there's no organizer to it. The sleigh you're going to have to take apart and put back together as you're putting it in and out of the box. The cards are a thinner, glossier finish that are going to mark a little easier. But overall, really nice color production. They really spent some time giving it some texture, some 3D or four-dimensional feel to it, for sure. Nice size box. Looking forward to playing it on the table. Great seasonal game. Thanks for spending the time with me. This is Nathan from Westcoast Meeples. Remember to subscribe if you like my openings. You have yourself a great day.